Hello everyone, gorgeous day here today. Glad to see the sun come out. Now this is lesson number 4. We are actually going to fill in some of these holes. I did say this is an optional lesson. It is dependent on how you want your birdhouse to look in the end. So I'll show you what I mean by the holes, and this is just the screw holes. So you can see on the camera here all of these holes that I've used for screws. We're actually going to take a bit of sawdust and a bit of glue and fill those up. Now again, this is optional, so if you'd like, it will give it a nice finished look. You can see that I did it with the top holes here. It's nice and sanded as well. So what you would do is you'll mix some sawdust and some glue, spread that into the hole, make sure it's nice and flat. Once it's dry, option to sand it down and smooth it out. Okay, you'll notice I don't have any safety gloves on today because my wood is nice and smooth. There's no chance of slivers here. The only safety I have is some sunscreen on my face from the sun. All right, so let's see how we're going to mix this sawdust. So I have just a little cup of some sawdust here. I did provide you all with a little envelope of sawdust to use for this. Now I'm using wood glue, but school glue, just regular white glue, will work all the same. And what we're going to do is we're going to squirt some of that glue into our container and mix it up to get a nice consistency. So sometimes the glue dries up in there, and blocks the hole. There we go. Okay, that should be enough. You could always put a bit in, mix it, and then if you need more, add more. We can never take back, so it's easier just to mix a bit first and see how it goes. Now I'm just using a plastic spoon here. I actually took it out of the recycling because after I'll probably wash it and put it back into the recycling. But what we're getting here is this kind of sticky, goopy mess, and it's going to dry fairly quickly in this heat, so we want to work fairly quickly. I'm going to add a little bit of sawdust. So this is one of the way that people fill holes. The other way is they actually take tiny pieces of wood called doweling, and you can get doweling to a certain size that would fit over that hole, and then you could cut them and then glue them in, and lots of work that way, but a nice finished look either way. All right, so now I'm just going to go around. I'm going to fill almost all the holes. The only hole I'm not filling, of course, is the screw that we are going to remove over and over to open the latch, right? To open the front. I'm even going to try and fill in those nails and just try and get it looking nice and finished. Okay, so I am now finished filling all of the screw holes. Again, I've just left the one that we're going to take in and out. We'll remove all the time. I haven't filled that in, of course. Don't worry if your glue and sawdust mixture sticks above the hole, because easily we're going to clean this up with some sandpaper. Once it's dry, it'll take maybe 30 minutes or an hour to dry. I'm not sure. It depends on the temperature. And then you'll take that 100 grit sandpaper and sand it once again, make it nice and smooth. Okay, this is a really quick and easy step. It should take you just a couple minutes to complete that, and it will just give you the idea of what it looks to finish off those birdhouses as well and hide all that metal. Okay, so the next lesson is actually the painting lesson, if you choose to paint or stain your birdhouse, and this is also optional. I am not going to make a video for this because it's really just how you make it. Okay, whatever sort of paint that you have around, you could choose to use. That's totally up to you. I really like the color of my birdhouse, so I'm actually not going to paint it. I've left it nice and smooth. There's lots of different tones here. The wood's going to do okay in the weather. So once I let this dry and sand it, I'm going to leave it just like that, and then I'm going to go and hang it. Okay, so please make sure you look in the instruction booklet for some tips and tricks on how to paint it and also how to hang it, and then you will be ready. Your birdhouse will be operating, and hopefully you can get some of those birds, maybe a chickadee bird or two, living in your birdhouse. Thank you for watching. Happy building. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.